Hello, Alan Fire here with Group Dynamic with another episode of Does It Hold Up? I'm looking back at something I wrote 7 years ago about vulnerability-based trust. 100% holds up. The book that the concept comes from, The Five Dysfunctions of a Team by Patrick Lencioni, it's been around for over 20 years now. It's still a bestseller depending on the list that you're looking at. Even 20 years later, it totally holds up. All the concepts do. Specifically trust, this vulnerability-based trust one that we're talking about here. You know, as workplaces have evolved into more remote work, more hybrid work, the idea of being open and honest with the people that we interact with on a day-to-day basis, it's more important than ever, not less important. So not only does it hold up, I think it would be okay for people to take a renewed look at this concept. Are we as vulnerable as we can be with each other? Are we paying attention to developing trust in our own relationships and the relationships of those we lead? I still believe in the personal histories exercise with any new team formation or new people come into a team. Everybody answers those three questions with each other. Where did you grow up? Where do you fall in the birth order? And what was one thing that was unique about your childhood? Just the way that people answer those questions can help us get to know them a little bit and help us detect where we're at vulnerability-based trust-wise. And it's an activity that can be brief. You can make it long if you want to by turning it into conversations based on what you hear from each other. But if you just have 10 minutes, it can be done. I still recommend that. It was fun to look back on this post because every word is still true. And that was at a time when Ashleigh, who was the first group dynamic employee about 8 years ago, was when that started, she weighed in on it a bit, and that was fun to look back on because it's been a few years since Ashleigh was with us. Anyway, vulnerability-based trust will never go out of style, and I might say it's even more important to focus on and be intentional about at this particular point in workplace history. Thanks for watching. Come back again next week for another episode of Does It Hold Up?